We have a saying around here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no brains, no headache.
What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Welcome to episode 272 of No Brains, No Headache podcast. We're back for yet another recording of this mindlessly entertaining show, which originated in Bismarck, North Dakota, has since taken half the talent down to Arizona. And we're back for a weekly 60-minute give or take rant on all sorts of things that life has to throw at us. My name is Jordan Weichel. I'm going to be your host today. Happy to be here. Damn glad to do so. Next to me on the screen, if you're watching on YouTube, our preferred platform of choice, it's my co-host, confident, longtime friend, fellow comedian, known him for years now, can't seem to shake him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one, the only, Matt Cleary. I call him Ongo. Ongo, how are we doing today?
You know, it's awesome to have a random Tuesday off where you don't know what to do with yourself, so you just spend most of the day sleeping, getting up, changing over laundry, folding laundry, accidentally take an hour and a half nap, repeat that cycle about 3 times, and now I'm here. So it's great.
Terrific. So glad to have you here. And you are correct. We are recording on Tuesday, November 11th of the year of our Lord 2025. And that is Veterans Day. So quick shout out to all the veterans. Just want to say a quick thank you for all of your service and your sacrifice as a family member of both active and retired military members. I know what it's like. So, everybody pitches in. So from No Brains, No Headache to all of our veterans out there, our listeners, our fans, past guests, whoever it may be, thank you for doing what you do and giving Matt a Tuesday to just kind of, refuel, regather himself. He's probably spanked it at least 4 times on the couch today. And without your sacrifice, 5, correction, that wouldn't be possible. So I think Matt is thanking you. His poor little twig is probably saying, we need to go back to work as soon as possible. So
I'm shooting blanks
episode
at this point.
272. Yeah, Matt's dick is dry heaving. So
God, I just need to cover something. I did post a video about it. Last week I did poop my pants in the middle of recording the podcast. It was about 30 minutes into it, and I sat in my own squalor for the other 30 minutes. It was one of those throw your underwear away and take a shower immediately type of incidents. So I just want that on the record that it happened. And oddly enough, I'm a little proud of it.
Well, there you go. Matt just had to sit in his own filth for a half hour last week. So for those of you who are not fans of Matt, which seems to be everybody who comments on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, Matt just gets the worst of it. It could be a whole clip about me saying God knows what, and the comments will directly attack Matt. So for those of you out there, that one's for you. I was going back through some old episodes, just kind of, going through the years of podcasting, coming up on 5.5 years of the show, 272 episodes. Super proud of that. We're going to keep on going. But I was looking back at some old episode titles, and I don't know if I was just like really stoned laying in bed one night, but they made me giggle. Episode 185. That was recorded on January 30th of 2024. The podcast berates a food reviewer with scoliosis. It's got to be one of the top names. Episode 189. Matt has a new nickname while Jordan analyzes bisexuality and they give their best parenting advice.
I actually have a good story about that one because my mom saw the episode of the title and she goes, "What's your new nickname?" And I was like, "Oh, applesauce." And she's like, "Good. Now I don't need to listen to the episode." And I was like, "What?"
Oh. Well, there goes the listen. I don't know how we're going to financially recover from that, but hopefully we do. Episode 204, Battle Against Corporate Canada, and now how not to eat a grilled cheese. So for those of you wondering how the proper way to eat a grilled cheese, check out episode 204. We had episode 212, The Bartering System. Matt locks himself out of his house and giving love a chance. That was a classic episode. I believe that was that when you were passed out halfway in your doorway.
It could have been, but that's happened. It usually happens twice a year, so you'd really have to give me a date.
The more biannual tradition. Episode 220. George Washington was a redhead, exercise fads, and what to do with a goalpost if you acquire one. I think that's when they tore down the goalpost in is that Vanderbilt, Nashville?
Yeah, they carried it 4 miles just to throw it into a river. That's polluting.
Love it. What do we have else? 242. Matt is a wanted suspect. Introduction to capitalism. And Jordan finds out there are 4 Hunger Game movies. Still blows my mind to this day.
Every time that I'm scrolling on,
just the things that I learned about Hunger Games.
Yeah, every time I'm scrolling on social or on HBO and I see Hunger Games pop up, I'm always like, should I just watch it? And then I'm like, no. But like, I kind of want to, because that was like breaking down the Hunger Games movies was about as much fun as I've ever had on this podcast.
I was entertained for, if there's 4 Hunger Game movies, that means I was entertained for a good 12 hours there. And that's hard to come by these days. Episode 248. Matt has a weird personality and is just finding out now that he's ugly. Plus baby girl movie review. So yeah, we have all sorts of episodes, some funny titles. So if you're ever interested in listening back, I highly recommend it. Don't go back to episode 1. I accidentally did that as well when I was scrolling through. I listened to it. Oh my goodness. It sounds like I have a mixture of Asperger's and I'm also a deaf mute. So like that was just tough. Also sounds like we're recording in an airplane hangar. But we got plenty of episodes for you guys to check out. And that was just a taste for it. This part of the episode is called Housekeeping. That's where we just kind of go over a few topics before we actually get into the meat of the episode. Matt, what do you have for housekeeping?
I have a couple
Matt,
things.
what do you have for housekeeping this week?
First thing that I wanted to go over was so you have the nemesis of the kid that has a severe physical deformity that you hate on social media. I just want to give him a shout out for he tried out for his high school football team. Didn't make it, but he tried. And my new online nemesis is just this super fat kid who's probably like 30, but apparently he has just been scamming people online. He just gains a shitload of weight, and then he'll be like, weight loss journey day 1, and then he'll delete everything in his account, and then he'll start over, and then he'll put like an Amazon wish list up, and on his wish list will be like a $200 PS5 controller, like a pair of sunglasses, like nothing that would contribute to him not being a fat sack of shit. And then to top it off, turns out in 2015, he faked having leukemia and started a GoFundMe instead of getting a job. So I hate this dude, and I kind of just hope he dies.
I mean, you have to respect the commitment to the bit. Like faking leukemia, I don't know how easy that is. I can't imagine it is at all. But yeah, fuck that guy. And then back to the food reviewer with a severe physical deformity. I'm surprised he didn't make his high school football team because, just last night, the Packers and Eagles played each other, tush push. Every week they play. It seems to be a talking point when they do it. And, they're trying to find ways around that. I think that this high school program could actually use Homeboy on short distance, short yardage goal line packages. Because when we first brought him up, you asked me how far I could throw him. And I said that I could throw him 25 yards, 75 feet for those of you scoring at home. Matt thought it was a bit aggressive. I'm still going to try to stick by that. But if I think I have the power to do that, and maybe there's some rules was he like in Carolina or something, North Carolina, maybe something like that. Maybe there's some rules in the high school activities association there that says you can't throw a player over the line. We got to find some way to just hurdle him on short distance packages. And it's essentially just the tush push 2.0, but it's called the retard launch. So that's huge. And I think that they could really enjoy that in their program. So yeah, Matt's got a vengeance for a new fat kid on the socials. I mean, that takes a lot. The thing about scammers is just like, hey, you know what? You got me. Kudos to you. Like, hopefully you die in a fiery plane crash someday, a slow death, and that's how it works out for you. But for the time being, you know what? Kudos. Good job. You did it. You pulled it off. But I think that we have for episode 272 housekeeping. So, Matt, if you
I do have one more thing.
want to get into it, let's get it on.
Okay. I do have one more thing I want to go over quick. It's how I come up with a fake name. And all you do is you take a white trash first name and then any Italian food as your last name.
Dale Spaghetti. I don't know.
Travis Lasagna.
We are experiencing some major lag on this episode. I don't know why I upgraded my internet. This has the internet capacity as an uncooked potato / router. So for those of you in the Valley, in the Phoenix, Arizona area, shout out to Cox Communication for having the worst goddamn internet speed this side of America. So kudos on that. I can hardly fucking do a thing on this show without losing my mind. And all I wanted was some nice internet. And $30 more a month, I get this bullshit. I had better connection back in the day when I had dial-up internet and I had to download a picture of a nudie magazine just so I could crank my hog in the 7th grade. And nowadays, you think it would be better, but we may have to go back to dial-up internet or, God forbid, smoke signals to get this fucking podcast out to you people every week in a nice quality fashion. So I don't know what needs to happen, Cox Communication, but we need to figure it out, okay? Nad Raj is coming out right now. That's my angry alter ego. So, God damn it, let's just get the show on the road, for fuck's sakes.
Okay. Let's party.
I've been coming up with similar ways that I want to solve the government debt crisis. And in the past, I've used nationwide garage sale. I thought that was pretty good. Getting rid of government flyovers for sporting events. But this one, I think I came up with that it solves the debt crisis, gives us a little cushion, and we could have something fun in the mix. I want the United States government to sell Central Park to Saudi Arabia for $39 trillion.
I wish I could add a comment to what you just said, but all I heard was "I want" and then something Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So you might have to repeat that for the sake of my sanity and the rest of this show.
I want to sell Central Park to Saudi Arabia for $39 trillion.
And what are they going to do with that? There's not a whole lot of lumber you can harvest out of that bitch. There's probably a lot of human shit, but not much lumber. I don't think they have oil underneath, but I don't know.
They develop it into some sort of like Abu Dhabi of New York, and there's a bunch of cool shit there. We're out of debt, and we get a cool place that we can go in New York to watch UFC fights. I think
And
it's a win-win.
Sorry, did you say 39 trillion?
Yeah, I looked up if you developed all of Central Park, that's what it would be worth, according to Google AI. So, and then I looked up our national debt is 38 trillion. So then we got a
Yeah.
trillion to play with.
I do apologize through the fucking smoke signal of connection we have right now. All I heard was 38 or 39 million, and then I looked up our national debt and I was like, Matt, that doesn't really make a dent. That's like Dr. Evil and Austin Powers being like $1 million, and like it's not a whole lot of money these days.
Yeah, but I think we need to find I think we need to start selling off land. If I'm gonna be honest, I think like if we give like, hey, who wants the Florida Keys? Starting bid $1 trillion.
Yeah.
I just want to start firing off land and assets that we have to get out of debt. And I think Central Park is a good starting point for that because, yeah, it's a lot of people that just walk around, but it could be a ton of really cool Eastern Asian buildings in the middle of Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't know. You might want to look at a map, Matt, with your Eastern Asian. I don't know where that comes from. Saudi Arabia is definitely in the Middle East, not East Asia. From what I know, don't quote me on that. This is no brains, no headache. So you may just want to check that. Just a quick little geography check. I don't know. I could be wrong. Fuck me running, right? I thought I was right about this internet connection, but boy, was I wrong about that, huh? Classic. Yeah, is Central Park even that cool? Like it's in the biggest city in the world, damn near, like in the biggest city in America for sure. How cool is the park at the end of the day? Like how many toxins are those poor leaves on those poor trees like filtering out from all the smog and human feces and just crack? You know what I mean? Just rats. So I'm kind of with you on that one.
It has 2 lakes, a pool, some sort of mini river, a rink, a pool, some sort of meadows, a conservatory, a museum, a turtle pond. It just seems like we could sell it and make more money, and tourists can go somewhere else.
I'm on board with you there. And recently, I just had to explain the concept of like Medora, North Dakota, to somebody who's very unfamiliar. And boy, did it just make my blood boil. Uh, so, what you and I came up with that idea of just buying a bunch of land near Medora, developing it into like a casino, like all inclusive, like sick resort where you have everything you need, pretty much one stop shop. Don't need to go too far to get what you're after. I'm on board, and I'm not just saying this because like now I'm moved, but I'm on board with like, why don't we, chunk it off and be like, okay, 20 20 miles south of the Canadian border, all across the state. You can have it. Just take it. Just take it. It's yours now. Just give us something for it. Let's chip away at the debt. I did hear old Donnie's. I don't know if this is rumor or they probably just shouldn't believe every little headline that I've seen, but something about like a $2,000 check coming our way. And boy, if that is true, it couldn't come at a better time. It's like he personally knows that I'm going through a bit of a gambling crisis right now. So yeah, 2K could really go a far way on some parlays. You know what I mean? And that rhymed a lot more than I was hoping it would, but I'm here. I said it. It's on record. You just got to live with it. No regrets. Go with the flow. Have a good time. Treat others how you want to be treated. At this point, I'm just rambling off random sayings and putting them together in hopes of saving this episode 272 of No Brains, No Headache. I'm putting myself on the line right now. I'm sacrificing. I'm trying to handle the adversity. I'm trying to rise above it. Okay. Good energy in, bad energy out. Okay. Get rid of the bad energy troll. Okay.
Yeah. What do you have on Collateral?
I recently got a new fuck pad. It's actually right behind me. So really excited about that. Nothing like a new bed to just really turn a guy's mood around. So probably going to go see my H in that after this, and they're really excited for that. But when I was hauling it, I had to give up some collateral to borrow something, just some sort of moving tool to make it better. I didn't have my ID on me, so I had my phone. I said, "Can I just give you my phone? I'll obviously be right back." But I gave him my phone, and it made me ask. It made me question and wonder, Matt, what do you think is the more valuable thing to give up, or like say you lose it? What one's harder? Which one is more valuable? Your ID or your phone?
That's tough. Honestly, I think it's the ID because you can get in a lot of trouble. Like if you got pulled over, and I don't think a cop's going to be like, "You don't have your cell phone? I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the car." I think the deed would be a lot more like legality wise, but if I lose my ID, I don't give a shit. If I lose my phone, I'm like, what the fuck do I do for fun? Talk to people?
Yeah.
Gross.
Well, and like with an ID, most people have like your passport, so that could kind of just bridge the gap until you do get a new ID. Or I have seen like more and more people have just like actual identification cards. It's not necessarily your driver's license, because turns out not everybody has their driver's license once they turn 15 or 16 or whatever the age is these days. But so you have that. I think it'd be funny, like what if you got pulled over, and I don't know, this would be a hell of a bit to pull off and a prank to commit to, but like what if you got pulled over and they're just like, "Do you have your identification on you?" And you're like, "Here is my birth certificate and my social security card." Like, can he really? I mean, I guess the identification has your picture on it. If that's all, like, but why would you be in possession of somebody else's birth certificate and social security number? Like, do you think you're getting away with that?
No, I think if you give them, well, one, you need proof that you can operate good Lord, operate a motor vehicle. So I'm thinking that maybe if you were just in trouble or something, they asked for like, "Oh, here's my social security and birth certificate," they'd be like, first of all, why are you carrying this around? That seems stupid. But yeah, there's no like way they can tell it's you, but it's also like a pretty damning piece of evidence if it is you.
Well, when you go to the DMV to get your identification or anything, or driver's license, anything of that nature, the documents you have to bring are your birth certificate and or your social security card. I don't know what the combination is, but Like, yeah, you have to do some combination of 2 or 1 or whatever the fuck it is. But I mean, isn't that a little ass backwards though? If you present the documents to get, like, what if you lose your ID and then you go into the DMV and you hand them your birth certificate and social security card? How the fuck do they know who you are? I mean, do they just pull it up in their system and then they just like, hopefully you look like that person? I mean, how hard is it to commit like full on front lines, straight to the source identity theft?
Well, I know it's actually it's probably harder now than it used to be because I think you do like fingerprint stuff there maybe, but I know that when I was watching the old show Rob and Big, Rob Deerdeck said when he got his fake ID, he just went and found some guy that looked like him, asked if he could borrow his social security card and birth certificate, went to the DMV, got a license with it. They took his picture on this other dude's license, and then he just went and gave him back the birth certificate and social security card, and he had a foolproof fake ID that had someone else's name on it, but his picture, which I think is genius.
Wow. I hope you got really drunk at the bar that night. Like really drunk. Like really reap the reward. Yeah. I don't know. I just thinking of that. I think I would probably agree with the phone. The phone's tough to lose. I've done it before, and then you have to like hop on like your computer or iPad or something, and then you have to, I guess with your iPad it's hooked up to your phone, but like if you don't have something that's synced to your messages, then that's when you're literally on like Facebook Messenger, like, hey man, are we still going to the bar at 8? And then it's like 9:45 and they haven't read your message yet. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, one time Bertie Mac lost his phone and he had Facebook messaged me at like 9 o'clock, and he's like, I'm heading downtown. Hopefully I find someone I know, and was just gone. Like going downtown without a phone, it's like, all right, well, this is either going to end really well or very poor. It's like how they used to do it back in the day.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot to go through on episode 272.
I found out that my phone has Siri on it. I just had it turned off. And I was doing some research about Siri, and I found this out. If you ask this, and it comes back saying something pretty funny. So, hey Siri, how do you say a seal pushed me yesterday in French?
In French, a seal pushed me yesterday is un phoque m'a poussé hier.
Yeah, so I've been playing around with Siri. I've been having a lot of full-on conversations with her. It's unhealthy at this point. It's more of like asking what I should do today, or what should I get for groceries, or how do I call in sick to work, or can I fake my own death? But I do.
Yeah. How to make a pipe bomb.
Yeah,
asking for a friend.
She's not very nice when you say like off the wall stuff, which I don't get. I kind of wish they made a Siri that was like very politically incorrect, where when I'd be like, how long do I put my frozen pizza in the oven? And Siri's like, fuck you, retard. And I'm like, okie dokie then.
Yeah. How do you not know this, you piece of shit? You're fat as hell. How many frozen pizzas have you eaten in your lifetime? You can't remember how long to put it in the oven? Figure it out for yourself, you dumb fucker. Say, yeah. Okay. Turn Siri back off.
Yeah. She is a big bitch, and she knows how to wield it, if you know what I mean. And yeah. the other thing I was thinking of, bitch. So your phone's always listening to you and your conversations, and then you get targeted ads. How far away are we for your targeted ads, like predicting your medical condition, because all my targeted ads for the last like 3 days has been Crohn's disease. And I'm pretty sure I have Crohn's disease now.
Yeah. I thought it was Crohn's disease for the longest time. I was like, what the hell does that mean? You pissing out silver? What's going on here? I don't know. But you can do that. You can go get those medical tests that just like, I don't know, pre-screen you for Lou Gehrig's or whatever. And it's just like, why aren't we just doing that? Like, why isn't everybody just getting that?
I think there was one lady that like tried to do that. She came out with this it was some sort of like health test that was like a home health test, and then it would tell you how healthy you were, and she was straight up just making up all the numbers that were coming back. And there was like a Netflix documentary about it, and it was so funny because she made like millions and tens of millions of dollars.
Off of doing what? Like just lying?
Yeah, it was like submit your like DNA or like a blood sample or something, and it would Theranos is what it's called. A breakthrough health.
Yeah, that's on.
Yeah.
That was on HBO for a little bit. I watched it.
Yeah. It was crazy because it's like a 19-year-old, which is one thing. Like, no 19-year-olds inventing stuff, but also a girl. Like, come on. Yeah, and then apparently it was a blood test that would just it would give you like your entire medical history. And then yeah, turns out just making up all the information, none of it was true. Raised like $700 million. Just classic, 19-year-old stuff.
Well, she made millions of dollars, but I'm pretty certain she's like in prison or did time for sure.
Yeah, she's getting wobbly aged.
A little bit of a trade-off there. Oh yeah, they're just running a wagon on her. Yeah, they tried to put those in like the CVS pharmacies because, like, like the little blood pressure holster thing you can throw your arm into, and it'll tell you just like how big of a piece of shit you are. They wanted to do that. Like, she was striking a deal with like, pharmacies and CVS's, and I'm pretty sure all that. And then, like, finally one day there was like a whistleblower or somebody just questioned like the validity of these tests to see, what are we saying here? It's like, it told me I have a huge penis and I don't. Like, we know that's wrong. Like, duh. It said I was black. I'm white.
It's like, it says I have perfect vision. I haven't been able to see in 25 years.
Yeah, it says I have perfect vision, but I actually pulled my eyeballs out of their sockets when I tripped LSD at the Electric Daisy Carnival 5 years ago.
Maybe those eyeballs are out there somewhere.
Yeah,
they're the bottom of a
like
garbage.
Mr. Potato Head. It's like Mr. Potato Head in fucking Toy Story, where they're like using his eyes to see around corners and shit. Or it's like Homeboy's ear in Almost Heroes. Bidman?
I can hear you, Pratt. I want to know like what a garbage looks like at Electric Daisy Festival. Like, because that the guy probably was like, well, done with these eyes, and just throws them in the garbage. So I'm kind of wondering like what else was in that garbage. There had to have been like a baby.
I don't know. Yeah.
A bunch of Doritos.
For sure.
Someone's full sandwich because they thought they ate it.
Yeah, just like a whole set of clothes, and you just see a person streaking. It's like, oh, yeah, there they are. Got it.
Someone's wallet and cell phone.
Losing both there. But staying on the technology spectrum and women, I guess you could say, this was a Fox News Headline. Once again, doesn't matter where the source is. I just came across this, thought I'd share. Bad bot, colon. Kim Kardashian calls Chat GPT a frenemy after repeated wrong answers on law school tests, saying the chatbot made her fail. Quote, "It has made me fail tests all the time. And then I'll get mad and I'll yell at it and be like, you made me fail. Why did you do this? And it will talk back to me." End quote. Well, once again, first things first. We've talked about this in the past, and once again, we're talking about it again. Why is this a headline? Like, we play that clip at the beginning of every show, the second one from the movie Billy Madison. Everyone in this room is now dumber. Everyone who read that headline is now dumber. And so, yeah, Kim K is just getting personally attacked by Chat GPT. I mean, are we surprised that Kim K is using Chat GPT? Probably not in the correct way. I don't know what the correct way to use AI is. To be honest with you, I'm just a dumb old human normal guy. But are we surprised that she's like trying to pass law school with Chat GPT?
No, that's like what a dumb drunk college kid does. I don't know, but she's not very smart. I mean, someone that had 2 kids and then wants to have more, but she can't because she used those like waist trimmer things so much that it like crushed her organs that she couldn't get pregnant again. It's like maybe that person shouldn't be a lawyer. Like, let's let someone that's dumb and not just getting her back blown out by every black dude in the Southern California area. Like, let's let the Pepperdine student that is in crippling debt become the attorney. Let's let the UND person that is addicted to most drugs and alcohol pass the bar after the 4th time and then have to move to like Louisiana or something.
I've seen it 100 times. Yeah, I mean, I think what really the problem here is that like Playboy is no longer in business, so Kim K can't just go flash her cans and get a quick paycheck. So now she feels the need to go to law school for some sort of unforeknown reason, you know, that we have no clue about, because I just don't like see the reason to go to law school at this point. Like,
She's
do
she's
we
not going
really
to law
need
school.
to?
In
Or
California, you can become a lawyer if you apprentice for an attorney for like a number of years, and then you can take the bar.
Oh yeah, you know how she's apprenticing her attorney. Yeah, that was me just simulating a blowjob on the internet for everyone to see. So
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with myself. Sorry, mom and dad. You know, but it's the truth, and the truth will, you know, set you free unless you're OJ's victim. You know, what can you do? But
Okay.
Matt, let's keep it moving along. We got episode 272. I'm really enjoying this. Let's keep the energy high and vibing. Oh wait, fuck. Sorry, I had one more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're both fucking up today.
Whatever.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, you said targeted ads, and I've been seeing them too. I swear to God, if this didn't save, I'm gonna be pissed.
I know what you're talking about.
It. I'm getting Minnesota single and mingle posts on my timeline. I'm not part of the page. I don't want to be part of the page. I don't live in Minnesota, so I'm not sure like why this is coming up on my feed. Oh fuck! There's no way I'm gonna be. I swear I saved it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Cock sucking tit bag.
I get the same
Fuck
things.
me right in the. Did I send it to you? Did I send it to you?
No, but I've definitely
Maybe I
sent
sent
some.
it to you.
I've sent some to other people before. It's always like the creepiest human being. Oh yeah.
God.
Like this guy?
Where is it? I swear I saved it, guys.
Jordan, look up here.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. Yeah, no, I see it. I looked at it. Maybe I saved it a while back. No. It's just a bunch of apparently in mushroom pan sauce. Hope I choke on it and die. Fuck me. Son of a bitch, guys. You know what? Maybe they didn't let me save it. Or like maybe he deleted it. I don't even remember what it said. It was just this lonely poor guy. I tell you what, listeners, our loyal listeners, I apologize. This episode has been compromised minutes ago, tens of minutes ago. So if you're still with us, I mean, bless your heart. We appreciate having you so much here in No Brains No Headache Clan. But we're kind of on a little bit of moving fast pace today. So I guess Matt just I don't go with whatever. Just do whatever.
Yeah, I went to the mall last week, and I just kind of walked around for a while, and then I was like, this is kind of cool, but I didn't buy anything. I haven't been in the mall forever. I did buy a soft pretzel. I'm only human. But I was kind of wondering, like, why do big malls exist? And some of the things they have in them are like the thing that doesn't need to be in a mall. I get having like a amusement park. Like that's cool. But like having a water park in a mall has to be like the worst thing ever because you get wet and then you just have to go drag water all around this mall, like eating Sabaro and shitty panda Asian food, and then like walking into other restaurants with chlorine water just dripping everywhere. I don't get the water parks in malls. I also don't get having more than one of the same store in a single mall.
It just seems counterproductive.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't like it. At one point in our mall here, we opened up a second Spencer's. And I've never said in my life, you know what, this town really needs a second Spencer's in the same building. The Mall of America
Yeah.
alone,
I mean,
5 different Starbucks.
yeah. Well, and that's what I was just about to say is across the street from my place, there is like a standalone Starbucks, like it's its own shop. And then literally across the parking lot in a grocery store is a Starbucks inside the grocery store. So it could
I don't
just
like
be
it.
detrimental to sales almost. I mean, you could almost hurt yourself. It could be financially irresponsible to have two things of that nature so close.
I think that there should be a not corporate mall where every store in the mall outside of like the 5 anchor stores are just local businesses. It could either make for a sweet mall
Yeah,
or
I
quite
think
literally
that's called an antique shop.
where you just have a guy standing there like, you want to buy some of my onions that I grew at my house? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Sweet corn for sale. Get your sweet corn. Get it while it's hot.
Every town, it's not hot ever. Every town in Wisconsin has someone that has just this old truck that they're selling sweet corn out of, but they're never there. So they're just like $5 a
No.
dozen, put it in the unsecure bucket that's sitting on the tailgate. And you're like, this bucket's gone. And you look over and the wind just blew it off and it's like 40 feet away. And you're like, whatever.
No, or they're like in an old Kmart parking lot with trying to do the honor system, but you see two panhandlers on the corner of the street and they're just eyeing it down like like fucking Bill Cosby when he's on a date and their date goes to the bathroom and leaves their drink at the table unattended. They're just licking their chops. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I couldn't agree more. But get your sweet corn, get it while it's hot. Malls, I don't know. In North Dakota, maybe not. I guess do whatever you need to do. Just do whatever. It's the theme of today's episode. Just do whatever. And speaking of which, I do have this one saved. This gentleman has been doing whatever report. Sportskeeda Pro Football. No idea what that is, but if I'm gonna quote your shit, you get a shout out on the show. Because I was taught as a young child in school to have your sources ready and properly cite them. And that has stuck with me. A paternity test has confirmed that New England Patriots Stefon Diggs is the father of Instagram model Aileen Lopera's baby girl. Diggs is also expecting a child with his girlfriend, rapper Cardi B, and now has 4 kids on the way with 4 different women via People magazine. Stefon, I don't know if you know how relationships work, but that is called cheating. That is called sticking your dick in too many places. Like it's fun, it's great, it feels good. We all know that. There's anybody here right now wouldn't be here unless that happened at one point. That's just science. That's biology. That's how it works, Stefon. But you can't just stick your dick in every warm hole you see. Okay, you need to pace yourself, man. If you gave as much effort to impregnating women than to your football game, it would be a Minneapolis miracle every goddamn day. And we're not talking about the miracle of that prematurely born baby that you had with a rapper because she's just got so much fucking heroin blasting through her blood veins. They don't even know what's going to come out of that hole. Okay. But Stefon, 4 kids with 4 women right now? What are the coaches in New England saying? Are they like, are you like Stefon Diggs is already questionable for week 16 because he may have to go to one or more of his births of children. Like he might be out for a whole week of practice because he was just he'll literally go to a hospital room and like congratulate his new baby and then literally be like, all right, where's room 373A? My other kid just got born over there. Twins. Can you believe it? That's a Minneapolis miracle right there. Take it easy, Stefon. You need to borrow some condoms? My goodness, man. You need to borrow some grocery bags for that hog? Figure it out.
I think Mike Vrabel would probably just like Stefon comes into the room. He's like, I just got a 4th girl pregnant. And he's like, well, up top. But by the way, fucking wrap it up. It's absolutely insane to have 4 different girls pregnant at the same time, because I'm assuming he didn't go 4 for 4. And there's a good chance out there that there's like another, I don't know, 4 to 200 ladies that are like, I could have been pregnant at the same time too.
Yeah. Do you ever think like his teammates, like when they bring their like girlfriend or like wives around, like, I don't know, before or after the game, and they're like introducing them to like other players, and like they're just like kind of, going through the line or whatever, and it gets to the Stefon, and the one player's like, okay, yeah, no, we're not gonna introduce you to Stefon. You're gonna be fucking pregnant by next week. Like, we're gonna just scooch on by you, Stefon. I do not want my significant other to meet you at all. You horn dog, you. It's going to be the New England Horn Dogs. There's going to be the new name and mascot, and it's just going to be a big old dick for a mascot.
It's going to be the most confusing. I'm assuming it'll be like a couple boys and a couple girls, but that's going to be the most confusing classroom if they all go to the same school, having 4 kids in the same class with the same last name.
Big old peepee.
Yeah.
Oh, and then our final headline before we can get out of here, trying to shoot for a full 60, but we may not get there. NFL fines, according to Pro Football Talk, NFL fines Josh Allen, Elijah Moore for violent gesture after a touchdown. He scored the third touchdown, Sunday's win over the Chiefs a few weeks ago. He's celebrating with wide receiver Elijah Moore. They faced each other, and they both made finger guns. Allen's fine was $14,491. Moore's fine was $13,888. First of all, how do we come up with these numbers? Second of all, why are they different? Because Allen was fined $603 more when they both did the same thing at the same time. What's going on in the NFL?
Is it based on like salary
and finger guns? I think Josh Allen, if it's based on salary, the model is screwed because I think Josh Allen is making a hell of a lot more. If it was based on salaries and Josh Allen's fine was $14,000, Elijah Moore should be about $17.80 if we're going based off of salary.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the Emmanuel Clase pitching scandal, the betting scandal in the MLB. He did that. He threw pitches or tipped pitches to people for $5,000. And I did the math on that. He makes $6 million a year, which is on the low end for his talent, but we'll go with $6 million a year. And that would be for if you make $6 million a year and taking $5,000, that's the same as someone that makes $100,000 a year taking $83 to destroy their entire career.
I'll take $83. I mean, throw it on a parlay. You never know what's going to happen.
Okay,
You go to the bar, get some beers, some chicken wings. You're in for a nice little afternoon. $83 because it's far away.
You are not an MLB pitcher yet.
This is true. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I just wanted to bring that up. Thought it was a bit ridiculous, and that's what we do here on No Brains, No Headache. I hate to cut it short, but that's what our schedule has provided for us today. So, Matt, anything more before we wrap it up here on the show?
Nope. If you want to come see me, I'll be in Minot at the Drop Zone on Friday, slinging some jokes, and I'll be down at Gideon's every Wednesday hosting open mic night. And I think that's all the shows I have coming up in the next couple weeks.
All right. You wrapped it up nicely, unlike Stefon Diggs. But, Matt, how can our listeners get more involved and follow the train that we have chewing down the tracks that's called No Brains, No Headache?
Yeah, just follow us on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And you can watch the entire show on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there, comment, like. And if you want to leave us a review or a rating, you can do that on any social or on any podcast streaming platform, such as Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're on all of them.
Yeah, go check it out. Watch us on YouTube. Thank you for bearing with us today. I hope that my internet rant was worth it. And we appreciate you being here. That was episode 272. Up next, we have episode 273. Have a great day.
You're watching Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Good evening, San Diego. I'm Veronica Corningstone. Tits McGee is on vacation.
And I'm Ron Burgundy.